ChatGPT versus Bard for Google Ads. So in this video, I'm going to tell you a small comparison between how ChatGPT for Google Ads works in comparison to how Bard for Google Ads works. Now, just unless you've been living under a rock for the last few months, most of you would have heard of ChatGPT. Well, ChatGPT is a technology that's owned by Microsoft, whereas Bard is a technology that is owned by Google. Now, even though Google have been using AI for much longer than Microsoft, much longer, it didn't really make that move to, hey, let's come out with a platform which everybody can use and everybody knows about so they can ask intelligent questions. They did be a bit slow on that front, and since ChatGPT has come out, they thought, hey, we better join this game, right? So now all they've done is that they've bought out their own equivalent of ChatGPT called Bard, and in this video I'm going to be showing you a few ways of how ChatGPT compares to Bard, especially in the context of Google Ads. Now, there are so many things I can talk about, but for this video, I'm going to leave it quite limited to around about 5 or 6 different points. And then for another video, I will talk about the other type of features or the other differences between ChatGPT and Bard. Now, before I do continue, my name is AjayDhunna. What I'd love you to do is just hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications button, so when I do create new content, you'll be the first to be notified. And what would be really interesting to me is, what are you currently using? Are you using ChatGPT or are you using Bard? Or have you even heard of Bard? So put in the comments below if you've heard of ChatGPT or Bard or both. Let's get on with it. Number 1, keyword research. Now, for every Google Ads campaign, you need to conduct keyword research, right? And there are lots of tools available. Some are free and some you got to pay for. Now, you can use ChatGPT and you can use Bard for keyword research. Now, what I'm going to do, I want to show you one prompt that you can give to ChatGPT and Bard. I'm going to give the same prompt, and then we're going to see what type of results both of them come out with. So let's get into it here. So in front of me, you can see the ChatGPT interface, and over here, you can see the Bard interface. Now, in the ChatGPT interface, you've got the option of ChatGPT 3.5 and ChatGPT 4. For ChatGPT 4, you've got to pay for it, so it's a paid version. It's about $20 a month. But what I recommend is that because we all want the latest data, right, and we want more reliability, then let's just pay these guys the $20 a month. I don't know why they've insisted on charging people, right, for a piece of technology that they're currently in beta mode. But hey, it is what it is, right? Okay, so when you're conducting keyword research, you need to give the ChatGPT or Bard a prompt to give you the ChatGPT, to give you the keywords. So what I've got here is I've got a prompt which I've put into here, and I've typed in, act as a company that sells sports trainers. Suggest keywords for sports trainers targeting runners. So I want to press enter on that, and I'm going to see what type of results it gives. And in the meantime, I'm also going to click, just copy and paste exactly the same tab, the same prompt in Bard as well, and let's see how Bard performs. Now, instantly you can tell Bard is a little bit slower, whereas ChatGPT is a little bit more faster. So it's almost finished now. Okay, so now we have a list of keywords that are given to us by ChatGPT, and we also have a list of keywords that are given to us by Bard. Now, instantly, one of the main differences I can tell, first of all, let me take a look at the keywords itself. Are the keywords relevant? Are running shoes, women's running shoes, athletic running shoes, vegan running shoes, indoor running shoes? So all the keywords seem to be relevant with ChatGPT. And now, you've got similar sort of keywords for using Bard. So you've got running shoes, stability running shoes, 10K running shoes. But here's something interesting. So what Bard has done is it's broken them into groups. So it's put you can use for your sports trainers targeting runners. So it's grouped up these keywords using runners, and then it's saying you can also be more specific. You can also use more specific keywords such as Nike running shoes, Adidas running shoes, or New Balance running shoes, and so on. So that's really good because that can help you to structure a campaign. You can also use keywords that describe the features of your running shoes, such as breathable running shoes and waterproof running shoes, 4-foot cushion running shoes, and so on. And it goes on. So you can also use keywords that describe the benefits of your shoes, such as reducing pain, increase comfort, provide support. So these are okay. I'm not really sure whether I'd probably be able to use these. But all these above are absolutely brilliant. So on this front, I would say that if I had to rate one of them, I'd definitely say Bard has done a trump's job. So definitely a point for Bard compared to a point for ChatGPT, simply because it's broken it up and it's given me the breakdown of categories that these keywords can appear in. So definitely Bard wins this time round. The second way I'm going to try comparing ChatGPT to Bard is by using negative keywords. So we want to build a campaign and we want to do some research. We need to set up a campaign which is set to win right from day one, right? So we want to make it as solid as possible. So one of the things that we need to do in it is we need to add negative keywords. And negative keywords are the words whereby we want to say to Google, when we're building a Google Ads campaign, to say, hey, if somebody types in these keywords, then we don't want our ads to appear. So here's a prompt that I'm going to give both to ChatGPT and Bard to see what type of results it produces. And the prompt I'm going to give it is going to be as follows. Can you give me some negative keywords so that I do not waste my budget on people who have little or no intent to buy? So I'm going to paste that in, and then I'm going to go to Bard and I'm going to paste that in too. And let's see what they both come out with. Let's go back to ChatGPT. Okay, so here are the results. So let's take a look. So cheap running shoes, yep, good. Second-hand running shoes, free running shoes, DIY running shoes. That's a bit odd, isn't it? Shoe donation. I'm not even sure that's relevant, but okay. Shoes used by used running shoes, shoe craft, shoe template, shoe art. Okay, fine, quite reasonable. And let's see how Bard compares to this. So free, cheap, sales, discount, secondhand, donation, giveaway, free trial, FAQs. Okay, so I'd say that in this case, they're probably both about the same. So they're both giving me good keywords. But the only thing I instantly notice is that Bard is giving me more broad match single keywords, whereas ChatGPT is giving me more phrases. Both are good, so I'd probably say that's a 1-1 for both of them. ChatGPT scores well, and so does Bard. I'd say both have their great advantages. The third test we're going to do is going to be using audiences. Now, in Google Ads, you can overlay your keywords with audiences to better target your ads. So you can say that, hey, not only do I want to target my ads using these keywords, but the people that my ads are shown to must consist of these attributes. So they're called audiences, and we can define an audience. Now, in order to define an audience, you've got to understand what your real audience is. I mean, what would they typically look like? What would your avatar look like? So then you can start inputting that data into your Google Ads campaigns, so you're serving the right audiences. Now, again, I'm going to give a prompt, and I'm going to give ChatGPT a prompt, and I'm also going to give Bard a prompt, and let's see how they perform. So the prompt I'm going to give is going to be as follows. Act as an online store owner that sells leather bags in UK. Give me a comprehensive list to describe the characteristics of a person who would typically buy these bags. The bags we sell are priced above £200 each. Format the results in into a table with two columns. The first one being the label of the characteristics, and the second being the characteristics itself. So I'm going to press enter on that, and then I'm going to go over to my BARD tab, and I'm going to press enter on that as well. And let's see how they both perform. Okay, so we've got the results from ChatGPT, and we've also got the results from BARD as well. So let's see what one of the main differences is. I can instantly tell one of the main differences is that with ChatGPT, I've got a single table of results, so everything bundled into one table, whereas BARD seems to have broken the table down into several groups. So here are the comprehensive list of the characteristics of a person who would typically buy leather bags within UK priced above £200. So it's giving me a table here, and it's saying here's a table of the characteristics in more organized format. So this is really brilliant. So typically between 25 and 50 years old, and over here 25 to 50 years old. So over here it's going into a little bit more detail. So that's really good. Occupation, professional. Okay, professionals such as a doctor, lawyer. So it's really summarized it for me, because I can then take this data and input it into my audiences. And with BARD, I'd say predominantly adults between 25 and 60, geography, live in the UK. So I'd say, yeah, okay, so the quality of the information is good. I can, without a doubt, it's good. But I'd say because BARD has broken it down into two different categories without even me asking it, I'd probably say I'd give this one to BARD. So BARD scores on this occasion. The fourth way I'm going to try is creating headlines for your Google Ads campaigns. We can ask ChatGPT to create some headlines, and we're going to ask BARD to create headlines for your Google Ads campaigns. And again, we're going to follow the same process. So let's get on with it, and let's see what it produces. So we ChatGPT, I want to paste it into here, and what the prompt I'm giving it is create 10 headlines for a Google Ads campaign that I'm creating focusing on women's training shoes. Take into account the headline's character limit in Google Ads, which is 30 characters per headline. So I'm giving it some boundaries to work with it now. Have a mix of headlines, some containing keywords, some call to actions, some which describe the products, and some which act as a sense of urgency. So I'm giving it as much information as I want, as I can, and I'm also then telling you what type of headlines that you should be using, because in Google Ads, for best practices, you should be using different types of headlines. So let's see what ChatGPT does, and at the same time, I'm going to copy and paste the same prompt into BARD, and let's see what BARD does. Okay, so we've got the prompt from BARD, and it's given me 10 headlines. So boost your workout today. Okay, last day sale or on trainers, unleash potential, shop now. So it's got call to action there. Run further with those shoes. Get perfect fit today. Sale ends today, which is good. It's a sense of urgency. So this looks pretty good, and it all seems to be pretty much within the 30 character limit. Let's see what BARD does. So BARD does pretty much the same type of thing, really. Get the support you need. Build for comfort. The perfect shoes for your next workout. Shop now. So again, it's got a call to action. It's got a sense of urgency in it. Get ready to crush your goals. Best shoes. Okay, fine. So I'd probably say they both score equally, because they're both good. I can't take one for the other. So on this occasion, they both score a point each. And remember, guys, you can always refer to a previous video I've done. There's a link somewhere at the top of the screen, and if you refer to that previous video, it's the first video I've done on how ChatGPT for Google Ads can work for your business. So do click on that link and do check it out. It is a great video. And but in the meantime, we're going to carry on with this video, which is a comparison of ChatGPT and BARD for Google Ads. Don't forget, for Google Ads. Now here's one thing we've got to do. So once we get keywords in Google Ads, or if we tell ChatGPT to give us a list of keywords, we've got to group those keywords. So what do we tell these platforms to group the keywords up for us so we know what sort of campaigns and ad groups that we need to create? So let's get on with that. So the prompt I'm giving it, again, it's the same prompt I gave before, but I've expanded on it. So act as a company that sells sports trainers, suggest keywords for sports trainers targeting runners. But then I'm writing, group the keywords into campaigns and ad groups and put the results into several tables. Give each campaign a suitable name and also give each ad group a suitable name. So let's see what this does. And I'm going to give the same to Bard. Guys, if you want to learn more about how Google Ads can help your business, how you can get more leads, more sales for your business, or maybe you've even got a Google Ads campaign and you're not sure if it's working properly, it needs to be working better. You're listening to your marketing agencies and everyone's feeding you with all sorts of information. What I suggest is you get hold of a copy of this book. You can get it for absolutely free. The only thing you need to do is to cover the postage and packaging, and it's called How to Win Customers with Google Ads. And what it'll do is it'll show you how to create the perfect Google Ads campaign for your business. You'll learn so much more about what's working nowadays, what's not working, and how to build up a solid Google Ads campaign for your business. There'll be a link in the description below. Click it, and now let's get on with the actual video itself for ChatGPT versus Bard. So in this case, what ChatGPT has done is that it's given me a campaign name, performance runners, and then it's given me ad group. So it's given me an ad group name like marathon runners, and it's put keywords in there, and it's got keywords in there as well. So okay, so I'm not sure why it's put into four different cells like this, but it's good. Ad group speed training. Okay, I'm not sure why that's not in a table. See, the first one's in a table, the second one's not. Okay, campaign, trail and terrain runners, ad group. It seems to got a little bit mixed up there, but the general structure seems to be pretty good. Specialized needs trainers, high arc sport running shoes for high arches. Yeah, so it seemed to be pretty good, but it just mixed up its structure a little bit. Let's see what Bard has done. So Bard has, okay, created a structure. It's not really a table as such. Campaign 1, running shoes, ad group 1, it's giving me the name of the ad group, and it's for all the keywords in one easy to use copy and paste. So unlike ChatGPT, I'm going to have to copy and paste these individually because they're all being separated by these pipe symbols, whereas Bard has put them in for me. So keywords, and here's all the keywords I can use. Trail running shoes, and here's all the keywords I can use. Neutral running shoes, and here's all the keywords I can use. And then it's got so this is for a campaign called running shoes. It's done the same for a campaign called cross training shoes, and then barefoot running shoes. So on this occasion, without a shadow of a doubt, I'd say Bard definitely wins this against ChatGPT. But at the same time, let me know your thoughts, right? Again, if you've heard of Bard, I want you to put the word Bard in the description below. If you've heard of ChatGPT, I want you to put the word ChatGPT in the description below. What else would you like to know about ChatGPT or Bard, especially if you're using Google Ads? Please do comment below. Do let me know. I'm waiting to hear from you, right? I want to see what type of response we get of what people are typing in, either typing in ChatGPT or either typing in Bard, and any sort of comments that you guys might have. So overall, I'd say Bard is a winner on this occasion, simply because of its accuracy of information. It's listening to my instructions a lot better than the instructions that ChatGPT is giving. So it's being more specific and more accurate, and it's listening, it's interpreting my instructions a lot better. It's grouping up the data a lot better than ChatGPT. I wouldn't say ChatGPT is a million miles away, but I'd certainly recommend you using Bard, because as you can see, it's performing absolutely brilliantly. So guys, that's the end of this video. And again, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications button, but at the same time, do put any comments below. Let me know what you thought about the video, what other videos you might want to see, and remember, hit the link to get a copy of your book, How to Win Customers with Google Ads. It's been written by myself and it's done absolutely brilliantly. It was an Amazon bestseller. So all you've got to do is to cover the cost of the postage and packaging. I look forward to seeing you on another video. Take care for now. Bye bye for now.